who had an incredibly journey. 2019 promoted, 2024 going into the Champions League, becoming third in the league. Very consistent. Technical players on the inside, real speed on the outside, plus one playmaker on the outside, the other one really with speed. Target player with the York, of course, and we have to be. We really look forward to it in this first place. So, what do you ask me? What I look, how I see the game, how we want to perform. I want to see the same level of commitment of our players, the same level of focus, the same level of anger, the same level of desire than in the last game. And we really want to build from there with the all-in performance, because we need to respect them, the way they play direct, the way they counter-attack, the way they put crosses in. So we have to be really, really good tomorrow.
Ja, wie gut tut da auch der Erfolg vom vergangenen Wochenende, vielleicht sogar beide Erfolge aus der letzten Woche in Sachen Selbstvertrauen?
Yeah, it helps now when you get the rewards of your work. It feels for the players that it feels good now when you win, especially in first place. It feels really good to play home games with our fans, to be in the stadium, not having to travel. It feels good that we play Champions League. It feels already different yesterday when you go in the training pits and the Champions League balls are out. And it's a simple rondo, but you play it with the Champions League ball and you say, we need quality guys, because of the ball already says a lot. And it's we really look forward to it. Yeah, it's cool. I think we put the most pressure on ourselves to play the game we want to play, the style we want to play, to create dominance in the game, to push the opposition back, to play in a certain way. That's the pressure we put on ourselves. And I learned really early that you have to not enjoy it, but feel it as a privilege. No, we created that we are here, so nobody takes that away from us. We created that. Leandro created that. We are playing Champions League football, It's a nice pressure, it's a nice privilege, but we don't see it as something what creates more anxiety or these things. Nothing like that. It creates a feeling of the stage, the game, the anthem. It's brilliant to be here, and that's how you have to see it. Nothing else. And famous coaches said it before in Liverpool. It's a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. Yeah. One is that they really, when they can find a striker in direct play, they have really good second ball moments. That's one. They play a lot of crosses. A real set-piece team as well. When they play crosses, they have a lot of players around the striker. So a lot of players close to him. Not the first moment where it's most dangerous, but especially from the second phase, it's dangerous. They deserve merit because of last season. They deserve merit because what they did already against Sturm. But we feel that when we really play all-in performance and show all our weapons, everything what we have in our toolbox, not just the ball possession, but also the counter-attacks, the set pieces, if we show everything, if we use all our good things, then we can really create problems for them, and that's what we're going to try to do. And we really look forward to cause problems. Yeah.
Kollege Beham, zweite Reihe. Heb kurz, bitte.
Pep, Sie haben vorher schon kurz was zur Aufstellung gesagt, Leandro wird wahrscheinlich spielen. Wie schaut es auf der Torhüterposition aus? Wissen Sie schon, wer morgen spielen wird von den zwei?
So Leandro will play. That's clear. I'm really happy that we have with Amar and with Leandro two fullbacks who can really attack, who can really join, who can really overlap, who can really bring life on the outside. We don't have a lot of options there. We can play midfielders there. We can play we can play center halves there. We discussed last time, but I'm really happy that we have like intensity on the outside with the fullbacks. In terms of the goalkeeper position, you will see tomorrow.
Kida.
Pep, es heißt ja, aus Niederlagen lernt man oft ein wenig mehr als aus Siegen. Was haben Sie vom Spiel in Prag gelernt? Was hat die Mannschaft gelernt, diese junge Mannschaft?
That in first place you're playing against opposition who are clinical. So Champions League is a level where you make mistakes, or where you give moments where you should not give, moments where you get punished. And that was a big example, no? There. All 3 goals, I think. It's really hard then to win a football game, that's for sure. So that's one. Second, that I would say that's the most important thing. Like that you play against teams who have in each position top players who can really decide games, and you play against teams who play for a long time together in a certain way, and that we have to be good or almost like near perfection to really cause a lot of problems, to be dominant how we want to be. And you saw against Kiev and Twente that on that moment we felt that we were the team, like whoever came in front of us, whichever team would play in front of us, we could beat them. That is the feeling what we have to create again, and that comes with a certain way of defending, that comes with a certain way of attacking. The most important around the attacking against Sparta was that we moved the ball so often into the final third, but we were not aggressive enough in terms of we didn't finish our attacks often enough, and that doesn't create confidence for the team, no? When you lose balls and you get the counters, or that you always have to counter, we have to create more set pieces with our attacks, we have to create more. We have to work the goalkeeper much more often, these things. And that all starts with when we move the ball into the final third, what we are really good at, in my opinion, the positional game into the final third. But then we have to be more aggressive with our runs, with our crosses, with our individual. And I felt against Twente, and to take 2 other Champions League games against Twente and Kiev, the 4 games, we were like snipers. We were there and we punish. And that's Champions League level, and that's what we have to create again. Above everything, we have to defend like we are last in the table, and attack like we are a really good team, and I think we are.
Christoph Nister.
2 Fragen bitte. Einmal ganz kurz, Mats Pitztrup hat ja zuletzt ein paar Minuten bekommen. Ist er bereit für 90, 95 Minuten? Hat er schon die Kraft?
You have to ask him how he looked. I'm not sure. It's a long time, no way he was ill. But everybody knows, and Leandro here next to me knows, when Mats is in our team, when Mats is the Mats we know, always giving light, putting fire on in terms of our pressing, counter-pressing, always the one who sees the first time who will go. He gives our press more intensity, gives our press more dynamic. So it's really important, despite that we have a lot of players who can do it as well. But Mats gives, and he can do that for 95 minutes. I think it was against Twente, he run 13.9 kilometers. Yeah. But maybe if Mats doesn't play, Leandro has to be even more. Now, I wish he could play 95, but I don't think he can play 95.
Zweite Frage.
Sie haben von einer All-In-Performance gesprochen. Es braucht eine All-In-Performance morgen gegen Brest.
Ja.
Heißt das auch, dass es eine All-In-Performance braucht, was das Risiko betrifft bei der Aufstellung, dass man da auch sehr, sehr mutig sein muss, wenn man in die Startelf gibt?
Yeah, I don't understand the question in terms of what's brave then, in terms of starting 11. What would be brave?
Do you need to take a risk tomorrow also to surprise maybe Brest?
To create a surprise. I hope that we can create a surprise with our intensity. That's what I hope. And not the starting 11. For me, it's always more important that if we play with intensity, we can play and we want to play. I think the 11 is not that important. If the 11 think as one, I always say 11 pressing, one brain. If they play really like one, then it doesn't matter as much who is in the 11, because all of our players, I feel, in training and what we saw right before, have the quality to play on this level. So I'm happy with that. The quality comes from the togetherness in each game moment, the thinking together in each moment. If we can do that, then we will surprise them with our intensity, with the ball, without the ball. Yeah, we need to. If you want to become the team who can beat a lot of other teams, who can beat the best teams, you need to play with a clean sheet mentality, especially when you're defending deep. You need to defend with 11. When you have set pieces against, you need to know exactly what to do and how, blah, blah, all these things. But especially and that takes mentality from the front three to defend in a way. That takes mentality of the block, defend in a certain way, and it takes a certain mentality when only passion solves it, only the lack solves it. And in our good games, all our good games, we played with that passion in our own final third. We defended with our life. Yeah. But they say they put a lot of players on the inside, and all the players in the inside, like Camara, like Manetti, like Fernand, like the striker, the winger on the outside who comes inside. They have a lot of individual ball carrier and intensity there. I think you just have to look to last year. No, they became third after Monaco and PSG. No, that says everything. So no one team goes into the Champions League without deserving to be in the Champions League. So they deserve it with full merit, and I have a lot of speed in the last line as well, so we need to be really creative and really good movements, otherwise they will stop it. So they have a really complete team who play in a very consistent way for a long time, and with clear patterns, and even the substitutions are always the same. So we need to perform. We need to own it. Nobody will do it for us. We have to do it all ourselves.